Welcome back to the channel, True Believers of Jesus. Thanks for returning. Here is a short story about Isaiah. Let's get into the story. Isaiah is an important figure in the Bible, particularly known for the book attributed to him, the Book of Isaiah, which is one of the major prophetic books in the Old Testament. Isaiah lived in the 8th century BCE and was a prophet in the southern kingdom of Judah during a time of significant political and religious upheaval. The book of Isaiah contains a mix of prophecies, messages of judgment against Israel and Judah for their sins, and promises of restoration and hope. It is divided into 3 main sections. First, Isaiah, chapters 1 to 39. This section primarily contains messages of judgment against Judah and other nations, warnings of impending doom due to their disobedience to God's laws, and calls for repentance. Second, Isaiah, chapters 40 to 55. This section is often considered a separate work, written during or after the Babylonian exile. It contains messages of comfort, hope, and restoration, proclaiming that God will redeem Israel and bring them back to their land. Third, Isaiah, chapters 56 to 66. This section addresses the period after the exile, focusing on the restoration of Jerusalem, the rebuilding of the temple, and issues related to worship and social justice. Isaiah is also known for his vivid imagery and poetic language, which have had a profound influence on both Jewish and Christian thought. His prophecies about the Messiah and the coming of Jesus Christ are particularly significant in Christian theology. Prophetic call. Isaiah's prophetic call is described in Isaiah 6, where he has a vision of God in the temple. In this vision, Isaiah sees the Lord seated on a throne, surrounded by seraphim. He feels unworthy and unclean in the presence of God, but a seraph touches his lips with a coal from the altar, symbolizing purification, and Isaiah responds to God's call, saying, "Here am I. Send me." Social justice. Isaiah is known for his strong emphasis on social justice. He condemns the oppression of the poor and marginalized, and he calls on the people to care for the needy and seek justice. He famously says, "Learn to do right, seek justice, defend the oppressed, take up the cause of the fatherless, plead the case of the widow." Messianic prophecies. Isaiah contains several prophecies about the Messiah, foretelling the coming of a righteous king who will establish God's kingdom on earth. These prophecies are often cited in the New Testament in reference to Jesus Christ. Historical context. Isaiah lived during a turbulent time in Israel's history, with the northern kingdom of Israel facing threats from Assyria. He witnessed the fall of the northern kingdom and warned Judah of similar judgment if they did not turn back to God. Symbolic actions. Isaiah often used symbolic actions to convey his messages. For example, he walked around naked and barefoot for 3 years as a sign of the coming Assyrian captivity. Isaiah 20 verse 3. And he named his children as signs of God's judgment and salvation. Prophecies of restoration. Alongside messages of judgment, Isaiah also offers messages of hope and restoration. He foretells a time when God will gather his people from exile, rebuild Jerusalem, and establish his kingdom of peace and righteousness. Isaiah's prophecies are profound and complex, reflecting his deep faith in God and his unwavering commitment to proclaiming God's message to his people. His words continue to inspire and challenge readers today, urging them to seek justice, trust in God's promises, and live lives of faith and obedience.